This video is brought to you by my latest book, How to Play Melodic Rock Lead Guitar, a comprehensive guide to doing exactly that, playing melodic rock lead guitar. This is not just some collection of scale patterns and tabs, although you do get plenty of those, but you also get an entire chapter on how to come up with your own licks, as well as video content, tutorials and demonstrations, loads of jam tracks, and all the way through I'm encouraging you to expand your fretboard knowledge and showing you how you can think in a more musical and melodic way. Check out the link in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Tuesday, well, we know what that means. It's a top 5 list. You've seen the thumbnail, you've read the title. It's all about songs that date from the same year as me. 1967 was a particularly good vintage, not just for me, but musically as well. And as I just thought, well, it'd be a cool thing to do to talk about songs that are the same age as me, and maybe some of them have aged better than the fat, bald Yorkshireman you see on your screen at the moment. So, these are 5 of my favourite songs from the year I was born, 1967, starting with
Penny Lane by the Beatles.
There are many candidates for my favourite Beatles song ever. While My Guitar Gently Weeps is up there, but I think, this one just nips it. I love this song. It was, as a child in the 70s, this was, it wasn't considered, a sort of a historical piece of music in the way that most Beatles stuff is kind of regarded these days. It was still a fairly recent catchy pop tune by a band who'd only recently just split up, and there was something. Most of the rock and pop music that you heard on the radio was sung in an American accent. Nothing wrong with that, I mean, even non-Italian opera singers sing in Italian. Rock and roll is very much an American idiom, and I don't have any problem with us Brits putting on the necessary accent to sing it. So it was somewhat unusual to hear that line, in Penny Lane the barber shaves another customer, which is just so quintessentially not just English but Northern English as well. And that grabbed my attention, and there's just something about the song structure and everything. It comes across just as a catchy little pop tune about, wistful reminiscences from Paul McCartney's childhood. But if you've ever seen that Howard Goodall documentary about the Beatles, I'll try and dig it out and link to it down below. There's a segment on Penny Lane, and he goes through all of the modulations and key changes and songwriting structures that McCartney uses in this song, and you realise it is an absolute masterpiece. And that's the kind of music I like. I like music which is clever but doesn't kind of say, look at me, I'm clever. It's just there to serve the musicality of the song, and I love this song. Always have done, always will. Let's see what's next.
A Whiter Shade of Pale by Procol Harum.
Yes, another song that I remember from my childhood. When I was like 6 years old, this song was 6 years old. And again, that made it a fairly recent big hit, so it was kind of getting regular rotation on even on the local radio station. Radio Tees was the commercial one, and BBC Radio Cleveland was the other one. That was always what was on around the house, because me mother used to like listening to that one. Just grew up listening to this song. I mean, it's a catchy tune. We can all talk about the history of it and how it was based on Gary Brooker's kind of fragmented recollection of playing a Bach piece, Air on a G string. But it's just a lovely piece of music, and it was everywhere. I remember it being featured in a series of Dulux paint adverts for when they were trying to kind of publicise their latest range of off-white, because you go to a decorator's merchants and there's white, there's brilliant white, there's off-white, there's cream, there's ivory, all these, and they were kind of marketing this, and what better song to use? It's from the year I was born, great song, that's why it's on the list. Next.
Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix.
As I have said many, many times, growing up, Hendrix was a bit of a mystery to me. That clip of him kind of burning and smashing the guitar at, at Monterey, was, whenever, because Chas Chandler, his manager, was from this part of the world, and when he was interviewed on local TV, they would always ask him about Hendrix, and they would always show that clip, and, oh, he's a genius. I'm thinking, really? And as I've said many times, it took Stevie Ray Vaughan to get me into Jimi Hendrix, and if I had to pick my favourite Hendrix number, it would definitely be this. I mean, do I need to tell you why? Let's just run through all of the buzzwords now, shall we? Lyrical, passionate, fluent, articulate, all of these things and more you can say about this wonderful piece of guitar playing by Jimi. Actually, the first version of this song that I heard was the Derek and the Dominoes version, and I think that was another little way into Hendrix as well, around about the same time as I was discovering him via Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah, fantastic song. It's from the year of my birth. That's why it's on the list. Next.
Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison.
You know how there are some songs that they're good songs, but you've just heard them too many times, and you just think, yeah, do I really need to hear that one again? Never ever felt that way about this one. I could say the same for Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys as well. But it's just such a happy song, isn't it? And it's one, having played in bands, it's just one of those songs that you can throw together in no time at all in the rehearsal room, and it's just going to be a fantastic crowd pleaser. Everybody from the 80-year-old grandmother to the 8-year-old great granddaughter at the wedding that you're playing at is going to be boogieing to this one, with good reason. It's a fantastic song, and it's, again, 1967, a good vintage. Had to be on the list. Next.
Sunshine of Your Love by Cream.
Yes, Eric, Jack and Ginger in fine form here. It's essentially a 12-bar blues-ish kind of thing. It doesn't stick rigidly to that format, but you can tell it's certainly got that 1-4-5 structure with a little cheeky C chord in there as well, major flat 7. And I think one of the criticisms that can, in some cases, be legitimately levelled at some of the British blues guys of the 60s is that they were just copyists in many ways, just kind of, and not necessarily giving full credit to their source material, shall we say. But it's songs like this that really started to kind of evolve rock away from just that pure straight ahead, strict 12-bar shuffle kind of format. It's where we started getting, riffs existed before this, obviously, but, rock music was getting a little bit more riffy. And, yeah, for me, it's a really, really great song, that period of Eric's career, that late 60s, especially from kind of Blues Breakers into Cream, and then I think, he reached his peak around about the Derek and the Dominoes era. But this is, it's one of my favourite examples of Eric's playing from that period, and again, it's from the year of my birth, and that's why it's on the list. And there are 5 of my favourite tunes, not my 5 favourite tunes, but 5 of my favourite tunes from the year of my birth. I feel there may be a part 2 of this video at some point. Watch this space. How about you in the comments tell me your favourite songs from either 1967 or your favourite songs from the year that you made your earthly debut. I'll be interested to see, if you're from the same year as me, and if your choices line up with mine, or whatever there might be from whenever you were born. Let me know what you think. And that is the video for today, folks. Hope you've found this little trip down memory lane entertaining and engaging in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time, where we drink beer, cold cold beer, which, as you can probably tell, I am very much looking forward to at the moment. It's like a sauna in here. Yes, 5 o'clock UK time every Friday, beer and chat. Great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.